Et salut à tous, on est parti pour la troisième partie de l'event Genshin Impact, qui est donc où fleurissent les roses. L'autre sera, la dernière partie sera donc demain pour la suite. Donc on peut faire celle-là. Et donc c'est en dessous. Let's go. Hey.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just... Is Chevra still not joining us today?
Probably not. We haven't seen her either.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire... She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine.
We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us.
If only Chevros was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer in the murder case was...
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the... We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception?
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film.
I have to say, though, that no direct... To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as...
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has...
Sunk to an all-time low?
spread to the four corners!
Moi je m'inquiète que Chevreuse fasse une connerie.
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's a...
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when I say...
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own...
Yes, that's one. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
A pleasure to meet you.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your
Oh, well, the situation...
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself. The good news is that we're almost done filming now. And I would even say that this is the best...
Is that so?
All right, now that we've gotten all the we'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environment. Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two musketeers. That's right. Ayato ship. Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Cam,
Yep, we'll be...
remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel... Ready? Lights! Camera! Action! Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter? Huh? But wasn't it working? Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights! Don't tell me. Veronique, do we have any other What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away! Oh, and you too, Bono! Go find our spare camera.
On it.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay.
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene.
The people at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get quiet on set. Places, everyone.
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine.
Director, we have a problem.
Oh, we're in the middle of a take.
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case.
Oh, wait, well, what did you say?
Mr. Bono, please take me to...
I'm coming too.
No, Yoimiya, you have to... Oh, okay, listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bono to look for the film. Everyone else, stay put. Unbelievable. How could all these problems...
Il y a une couille en potage, moi je vous dis.
How did it go?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh? In the...
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking.
You scared me. I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Could it be...
But if they wanted to harass...
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now.
Yeah,
Pourquoi ce serait pas celui qui devait de l'argent? L'investisseur.
I would like to
Vu que l'investisseur n'a pas pu payer.
our entry to the festival, the Two Musketeers.
Vu que l'investisseur n'a pas pu payer, bah sûrement qu'il a... qu'il voulait se débarrasser du film pour éviter justement des emmerdes avec nos billettes.
time on is spent.
Even though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique content.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all.
All right, let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully... Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all...
Party! Paimon wants to party! Whoa, this place...
Have you ever seen a fireworks show, Mr. Morris?
I'm afraid I have.
Let's go chat with some... Farina!
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator. You both...
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard, but worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!"
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful than your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how you're...
That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard.
Anyway, what's most important is that we've... Hey, no need.
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina...
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier can accept...
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award.
I'm going back to...
Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange, so the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacity.
Oh, that's great! Then maybe Paimon will be able to find Fontaine detective novels in Inazuma from now... Oh, wait. Wouldn't Yai Miko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing some of her business. You've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and...
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of gourmet cuisine.
Whoa!
When the time comes, be sure to visit and
I was thinking, if this film turns out to be a success, could I ask? Of course, I'll definitely increase the.
I'd be more than happy.
Thank you for the offer, Mr. Xavier, but I've made some plans.
Is that so? Well, then in that case, bon voyage, Miss Veronique.
Chiori!
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of...
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Yes, that's highly likely.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck
But why today of all days? No. No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you have...
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say, is there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late-night person, so...
Oh, no! Silly.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party.
Fireworks, you say? That...
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure?
I just wanted to make this surprise for everyone. The warehouse is pretty pleased, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever...
but...
It's okay, just come with me. If we're...
Ouais, c'est bien ce que je pensais. Hein. Il y a une couille dans le potage. Hein.
This is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to...
Je crois qu'elle s'en rend compte, Yumiya, qu'il y a une couille dans le potage. Elle est pas bête, la fille. Elle est pas bête.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Well, why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She'd force my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
C'est les faux.
I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Huh?
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
Et stylé, hein?
What's going on? This wasn't in the script.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge?
Drop your weapon. This is my...
What is...
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged, but this last part is all improv.
Shivers, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything about—
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory, and thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on— Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it.
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the— with the recording we made. You have no chance of winning in court. Go up—
All right. I'll talk. I hired an assassin to murder Elise. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after we kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of— I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away.
She believed that you were truly in love—
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the babe, but then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children?
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa,
No. You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the musketeer.
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me.
I figured as much. I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me. I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him? He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case, but after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to read. He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, and as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get set. Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's that so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Elisa all those years.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps?
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page? Just a few lines.
My brother.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed.
He trusted you to stand on the
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really... You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the... I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands.
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in it.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out. Perhaps to you, justice is simply... But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition... Today, you'll kill Morris. And tomorrow, the world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge, as well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a coup.
Chevreuse, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least...
Chevreuse.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew. Thank you for your I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
Stylé en tout cas le petit rendu à la fin là. Les cinématiques et tout étaient très jolis en plus. Ils font un sacré boulot les Oyoverse. Oyomio. Ou Miyoyo.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something?
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the...
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to...
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that...
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction, just like the real world. The world...
Sounds good to me.
What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and more, if I had to guess. They'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Oh, you mean that kind of...
Exactly.
Ahem. All right, then the matter's settled. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. You should join us, Chevreuse. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right.
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with Chevreuse.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with it. Thank you very much.
Elle est stylée quand même. Hein. Je trouve que je suis moins fan de son look, toi, avec le chapeau et tout. Mais elle est stylée perso.
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all.
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have... Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my... Is that so? When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore. Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't... One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin. and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped. I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the ice. The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything, but I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that. Nor have I ever...
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone. It's just that, working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into...
Chevres.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see... Oh, that felt good.
You were so fast in the water, Chevres. You were swimming even... So, about the Special Patrol.
Partly, but I'd say I was more...
Oh, so it's due to your love of...
Of course, it was... Come on, let's... To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance. Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh, you're right. I didn't...
He really did plant a lot of flowers.
Huh? Wait, the rainbow roses in the garden. They're...
Mission terminée. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'ils font là, eux?
Picked the wrong test subject.
Ouais, donc pour l'instant, il restera une mission. On est pareil, 12 heures avant la prochaine. On va obligé d'attendre. Et bah les gars, j'espère que ça vous a plu. Je vous dis bien à la prochaine, c'est fait rire. Ciao les grands.
Surtout partagez, likez et obéissez.